Hey all my crafty friends. So I wanted to share with you this page that I'm going to create. I am going to use these photos. They're from 2017 when I went and saw Lady Antebellum in concert. And I work for a radio station, and so I get to go see lots of artists, and I also get to meet lots of artists, and it's a really fun thing to do. So I am going to scrapbook these photos. What I did is I did decide I was going to use a layout from the Make It From Your Heart Volume 2 edition. This is a close to my heart idea book that is still available on my website if you'd like to pick one up. I'm just going to briefly show you. That is the page that I am going to recreate and I'm going to use as my guide. Now I did go ahead, I keep all of my scraps in this huge tub. I have cardstock in here, I have B&Ts, lots of fun things. And so what I did is I went through and I pulled out some things that I felt like I could use for this page. And this takes a lot of strips, and so I knew I didn't need big pieces. So I pulled out these because I felt like they could make a fun page for these pictures. They are from all different kinds of paper packs. If I flip them over, you'll see the other side. I mean, this one, look at that pattern, to this pattern, to this pattern. So lots of fun variation, but I love mixing paper packs to create my own thing to work for my pages and my pictures. So I did pull those. I am going to use some of the craft paper as my background, and then I have some black as well. And so I am just going to go ahead real quick and I will cut these papers off camera so that you don't have to watch all that process. So hold tight. Okay, so I've gone ahead and I have cut all of my papers, and I am just going to start gluing some of the larger pieces down using this craft paper as my background paper. Now I cut everything that it told me to cut except for the photo mats, because I know that my photos are a little bit different, and so I want the photo mats to match what I have and not necessarily what they have. So remember that if you use a sketch or an idea book, that you can always switch up the photos so that it matches and coincides or goes along with what you have. Coincides is what I was trying to say. Okay. So just gluing this down. Trying to line it up. And it is the same color as my mat over here. It's not a simple task. There we go. Okay. So this on the black is where I'm going to build my strips. Let's see here. Now once I build one side, I know I'll be good because it's the same across the side. So I just have to figure out what is what. So that lines up with that. And then we have a C. Which I believe is one of these. Do that. We can do the blue. What do we think? I think I want to do the blue next. And then we have a D. E is the other one. Okay. And F would be one that I have multiple of. Did I not cut that piece? Maybe I forgot to cut something here. Let's see. That is that piece. C is maybe I forgot to cut a piece. Oh, nope, it's this. I know what I'm doing. Okay. So that's roughly what it's going to be like. Now, I know that these are 1/2 inch separations, and because I want to get those done just right, I'm going to pull out my Versamat here. And if I line this up on this Versamat, I now have a grid all the way around my page where I can easily line up and do those separations where they need to be. So we will glue down this first piece, put tape on the next one, skip 1/2 inch. Again, I'm just lining it up using the grid or the measurements here along the side of my Versamat. There are 2 things every crafter needs, a Versamat and a all-purpose mat. So if you don't have either of those things, highly, highly suggest them. They are my favorite. Oh, that was supposed to be right up against. I was thinking it looked a little weird. Okay, so this one I'm going to butt up. And these are 7-inch lengths. So I just cut strips to different widths this way and then cut them all at 7 inches so that I have a 7-inch and a 5-inch. So on the other page, this same order of strips will go on the other page, but they're all 5-inch lengths. Okay. We're going to skip again. And this one is butt up against it. And then this is flush against the top. Perfect. Look how cute that is. Okay, so I am going to go ahead now and do the other side with my pieces here. So, oh, one piece I forgot. This red is going to finish it all off right there. This is ruby, and I am using the darker side of it. So we'll glue that down. And now I will go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. Okay, so I got both sides done now. So when I put my page, if you guys can see, it's right there. It's all one piece. This is not glued down yet. This is meant to hang over with some photos here. And I want to give it a little bit more interest. So I am going to go ahead and use one of my border punches that makes it look like it is a piece of notebook paper. This is my favorite border punch of all. It's just stinking adorable. I use it frequently. Okay. So I have those pieces. Just gonna throw those in the garbage. So now when that hangs over, it's gonna give it a little bit more interest. Okay, so put my Versamat away for a moment. I want to see how I want my photos on here. So I know I want to put my wristband, my concert tickets. These are things that I do want on this page. I have the photo of me meeting them. I have some of the band players. Kelsey Ballerini was one of the openers, as was Brett Young. There's my husband and I. This is particularly awesome because I got him to go to a country concert. He is not a fan of country music, which is fine. I still love him. So there's Brett Young. So it does call for a big 5x7 right here. And so I'm just going to look and see if I have another photo that is wide, because if I put two 4x6s, kind of, oh, it's an 8x6 photo. So it actually would work really great right there. And then it has a strip of smaller photos, which I can cut down this photo. I could cut down this photo. And I could cut down this one and just have the top of him in a photo, which would be good. My concert tickets do look really good right there, though. So maybe. And then it has two taller photos here and here. And then it has a smaller photo right here. Now, I have more than that, which is fine. I can add more stuff to this. It doesn't have to be exactly right. It can be my own thing, and I want it to go and work with my photos. So I'm actually going to trim both of these photos down by about 1/2 inch both ways to make them a 5.5 by 3.5, because that's going to give me a little bit more room on my layout. Let's see, what side do I want to trim? Probably this side, because the other side shows more band people. And you're noticing that somebody's missing. Charles Hillary, I can't think of his name. He was sick that night, and so he couldn't come out and be a part of the show, which was sad. But I'm just glad that the show got to go on. Let's see, what do we want these to be? Maybe 2.5 by 2.5? Or should I do 2x2s? It's calling for 2x2s. So let's try. Let's do 2x2s. I'm okay with chopping off legs and not getting a whole body in there. So then now I know that that's about what's going to cover there. And Brett Young's just going to be little, which it's a little far away image anyway. So it's totally good. When we were down in the pit, it was amazing. Just an amazing night. I absolutely love my job. Okay, so there's two there. Let's trim right to his saxophone. So another thing I could do is I could add in a, which maybe I will, Pocket Plus page, so that I can add more photos without having to not have them all. Which we might do that. We just might do that. Maybe I could put these two right here and then use a Pocket Plus page that is a 4x6, so it's this way. I'm liking that idea, and then I can use my tickets over here because it does call for another strip of photos, but I could use my tickets instead. Oh, yeah. I'm liking all of this. I'm liking these ideas. Then I can do something with this as well. So these photos are going to be 3x4s, which I can trim both of these down. Are they 3x4? They are. They're just little. Okay. Three. Lady Antebellum is one of my favorite bands or groups. Okay. Perfect, so those will go like that. I might move these over here. Just kind of getting an idea of what I want to do. And I can do this little strip over here. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back my photos, and then I can play with them a little bit more to see exactly where I want to put them. Okay, so my photos are now matted, and I did go ahead and grab out a Pocket Plus page protector that I'm going to use with this page. So I had one extra spot, so I created my own little PML card, picture my life card, that I can put there, and then I can put some embellishment or some journaling there. But so then when my page is here, you can flip over and there's more photos without having to add another whole page or feeling like my page is too crowded, which is an awesome thing. I highly suggest these Pocket Plus page protectors. I love them. I use them all the time, and they come in all different sizes. So I'm going to set that to the side for just a moment, because my photos, like I said, are now have their mats, and I can play with it a little better to see exactly what I want to do with my photos. And I did pull out this strip that's one of the zip strips, and I kind of really like it. I think I might add it right there just to give a little bit more oomph to the page. Why not? I want to use up scraps. This is a way that I can use up scraps. Like I said in the beginning, all these papers are from my scrap box. I keep a scrap box for a few months, and then I'll get rid of it. I'll give it to somebody else so they can go through it and pull stuff out and be able to utilize what's in there. So I'm sharing, because by then I feel like I have gone through it enough that I can see, yes, I have stuff I want to use, or no, I don't have anything else. So I do have which this might be fun to just throw in, if I fold it like that, in here, and put it in here as some memorabilia, right? So for right now, I'm just going to throw that in there because that was my wristband. Okay, I'm thinking I like this, and then put the tickets on this side. I don't know if you guys can see the whole page, but I think that that is what I'm going to like. Now, before I glue any of that down, I did pull out a stamp set that I want to use. This is an old one I still haven't used. It says Music Speaks, which I think is highly goes with this page. What do you guys think? I love that it says music. A title should go up here, so I might stamp music right there. I think that'd be perfect. I can stamp some of these images out to make my very own embellishments, which I think I might do. And then maybe I can throw in some of these music notes around the page. Music is the answer. I love that. It says music is what feelings sound like. Life is a mixtape. Where words fail, music speaks. So I really like this stamp set. So I am going to use this, and I am going to go ahead and stamp down those spots that I think I could do that, and then stamp some of these images just on some white paper and make my own embellishments. So I will not make you sit here and watch that in real time. I will speed that up for you. Okay, I am done with my stamping. If you notice, I did stamp on my Versamat on the reverse side. Gives you that foam that makes it that uneven surface, which really helps get that even stamp. And I am going to start gluing some of this stuff down. If you notice, I did stamp the music, and I had found in my stickers, it was a 4th of July set, and so it says country. But in this aspect, I'm using it as country music, which I think worked out fantastic. I am going to glue down my photos because I know where I want them. We're going to kind of do this at an angle. No, we'll do this straight on. And we'll do this at an angle. So I want this to stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use some fun foam to cut out a piece and make it so that whole photo is popped up off of my page. And I love to use this fun foam for photos and popping them up. Okay. How fun is that? Okay, so I have my little pieces here that I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet. You know, this goes here. These go here. I think I want to pop up this one. So again, I'm just going to trim this down so that it fits my photo. Which let's just take off a little bit down here. The awesome thing about this is when you get your photos or your pages in your album, when they sit, if they're not standing upright, right, all that weight of your album is pushing down on your photo. And if you don't have the whole thing covered on the back, then it is going to bend your photos. And I don't want that to happen, which is why I use the fun foam to completely cover the back. Okay. Let's put some adhesive on this because I am going to want to put this down. So let's put this about right there. And if you notice, I did go through with those little music notes and added random stamping to my background page. And the key with doing your random stamping is to start with one, then your second, and you want to make a triangle with your first stamp. So there's a triangle here, there's a triangle there, which is why I put the 2 pages together when I went to go stamp the second page, is because I wanted to make sure that I had that triangle. So it's random, but it's not. It's strategic, if I'm saying that right. Okay, there's my tickets. I have a few little embellishments here that I would like to use. Okay, and put it on this side. I'm adding just a little bit of fun foam on this little circle because I wanted to overlap these photos. And because my photo is popped up, I'm going to need half of this to be popped up so that it sits right. I like that. Okay. If we remember correctly, this is going to sit like this, so you're still going to see that. And then when you flip, you'll see those, but you won't see that photo, which is fine. I'm okay with that. You'll see Charles and I. Look how tall these guys are. I was just like blown away with how tall they are. It's not the first time I've gotten to meet them. I've met them several times. And every time I see them, I go, oh my gosh, I forgot how tall you were. Okay. I think I want to put this over here. So we're just going to add that there. Now I did pull out this sticker sheet that I have because I was thinking of putting maybe Lady A over here. Which we might do it. Let's just see. Lady. Just put those on my fingers so I can kind of see. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Maybe I do it down here. I don't know, maybe that just doesn't stand out enough. So, I kind of like the idea. Maybe I'll just do it down here. I think I'm going to do it down here. Lady A. I do like that. Okay, so I have all of my embellishments are in these fun boxes that are actually stamp boxes. They're not, they're for stamp sets, but I use them for embellishments. So all like my black and white are in here. Ooh, pull out some of these bad boys. And, ooh, no, I love those stars. We might have to use those, especially since I have star paper on here. So I'm going to pull out a few things from in here. So I have black and white in here. This box I have blues and greens. So I did pull this out just in case. So they're kind of the wrong blue. But I like having them separated by colors because I'd be like, okay, these are the colors that I think would go good with this page. Let me go pull my box. I did want to pull out some of those dots because I have tons of them. Look at this, you guys. Tons and tons. And there's orange on this page, so I think that that would work great. Okay, just really quickly, I am going to go through this, which is leftovers from my Story by Stacy. Love is cute. Oh, I like this because it says the date. Yeah, we're going to put that there. Way cute. There's an arrow that might be fun. Let's pop that out. Just kind of go through what I have and see if any of it will work for my page. Which, pointing an arrow at this like, hey, I got to meet him, I think is awesome. Okay, I did pull some white and black enamel dots out, but I don't know if I'm going to use those. These black and white striped bows are my favorite. And I swear every time I put an order in on my website, I put a package of them on because I use them so much. I mean, just look how cute is that. We're going to put that there. And then we'll put one over here by this. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. Okay, I definitely want to use these stars. I love that there are stars on this paper and that I can use them on this page and it's just going to go. It's going to go with it. Okay, just going to do 3 there, 3 over here. I like doing things in sets of 3. I think we'll do some over here. I don't know that you can see what I'm doing, but I did just put 3 right there next to my title. Okay, put these away. And then I have these orange enamel dots that I think putting them in these same clusters that I just did the stars in will be fantastic. Yes. Okay. Well, now I will have, so this is what it will look like when my Photo Plus, Pocket Plus is in here. It'll be like that when you're looking at that page, and then when you flip, it will look like that. I love this, and I think it turned out really great. I hope you enjoyed watching this process video. I am still learning what I'm doing, so bear with me as I learn. But I did enjoy making this page. If you are interested in any of the products that I used, if they are still available, I will link them down below so you can get your hands on them. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, push that subscribe button so you can watch more fun videos like this one. Bye, y'all.